Did you guys know that Nico Robin was originally going to be a man and our adorable Dr. Tony? Tony Chopper's original design was way too far gone to be called cute. Well, I found 45 rare facts from One Piece that 99 of you didn't know. For example, did you guys know the time when Dr. Here Luke almost spoiled Haki for the viewers? In episode 85, which was aired way before the reveal of Haki, Chopper asked Dr. Here, "Luke, what is a pirate?" In response, he said pirates have a body hard like stone, the eyes of an eagle, and voices like thunder splitting the sky, which is a subtle nod to armament Haki, observation, Haki, and conqueror Haki. Oda sure is a master of foreshadowing, but wait until you hear the next fact where he went nuts with it. Actually, in the color spread of chapter 310, we can see Luffy, USA, and Robin dressed as samurais as well as a pink dragon hovering above them. This is a little foreshadowing about Momonosuke's dragon form, but that's not all. In the bottom right corner, we see the Orshabako, which roughly translates to "I am going away for a while." This suggests that Robin and Usopp will depart from the crew in Enies Lobby for a short while. But Oda does not stop there. If you look closely, you can also see the symbol of Kazuki's crest on Luffy's Yukade. Oko Oda really went insane with his foreshadowing in this color spread, but this was nothing compared to the time when Oda claimed something really absurd in an interview. Oda expressed reservations about Luffy, claiming that he was so powerful that he would not need any significant plot population to defeat villains in the East Blue Saga. However, he went on to say that if Akainu had been the main character, One Piece would have ended in a year because of his strength. Did you know that Frankie wears the same shirt in Opening 12 that Luffy wore throughout the Dressrosa arc when he took on that Lucy avatar? Okay, that's some serious bromance going on right there, which seems pretty wholesome. Listen, I was going through the cover pages of every One Piece volume out there and I found something crazy. The cover page of Volume 61 is an exact copy of the cover page of Volume 1, but with an expanded crew, which overall is heartwarming. Oda sure loves to draw all of this stuff. Gecko, Morris's early designs were completely different from his current appearance. He was portrayed either wearing a hood or as a regular-looking man. In an earlier draft, he was a split personality pastor. In another, he was a cunning master of the trap Gyo. Morris's draft personality sure was weird. Now we have to talk about the time when Doflamingo's first look was released. Many fans speculated that his appearance was inspired by Spider-Man, and to be honest, when I first saw him web-slinging like Spider-Man, I thought, bro, is really him. This became such a big deal that Oda addressed it in an SBS, confirming that Doflamingo's appearance was inspired by his childhood hero Kamen Rider Super One, not Spider-Man. Oh! This is not the only time fans have speculated on a character's inspiration. When Sanji's first appearance was revealed, many fans went crazy claiming he was based on Leonardo DiCaprio. However, Oda later confirmed that they were incorrect yet again. Assange was based on Steve Buscemi's performance in the movie Reservoir Dogs. Man, I love how Oda keeps trolling the fans all the time. Anyway, did you guys know that Ohara's tragic incident in Robin's backstory is based on a real incident? Yes, you heard it right, Robin's tragic past. The destruction of Ohara was similar to an incident in the Qin dynasty of ancient China, where scholars were executed and books were burned, because Emperor Zhihong thought the illiterate people were easier to control. Robin literally has the most depressing backstory in One Piece. But did you guys know about the fact that Robin was going to be a man? Yes. When Oda first decided on the series, he cast a man with a passion for botany. In Robin's place, this character was eventually replaced by Robin, who had different interests and was of a different gender. Although Robin isn't uninterested in botany, her primary interest is in the past. But the fascination with plants that this former character has was not wasted. It was eventually given to Usopp Tang. I could never imagine Robin being a man. Y'all have to thank Oda for dropping his initial idea and coming up with the best waifu of One Piece. A nagging question for me is how Nami beats the shit out of Luffy without any Haki. Look, Luffy cannot be hurt without Haki because of his devil fruit ability. But Nami, when enraged, mops the floor with him. Oda has an explanation for that, even though it is most likely a joke. He says that Nami isn't up against Luffy's body, but his spirit. It's hard to argue that her spirit isn't tough enough to stand up to his man. I love Oda and his goofy answers. Oda researched a lot and took inspiration from multiple sources, but for Aniel's name, he went a bit overboard. Aniel's name is based on Italy's largest electricity providing company. The company is not only referred to as Enel, but it is also written that way in Japanese. We have to admit there won't be a better name for a character whose powers are lightning-based. Did you guys know that Oda has also taken inspiration from the Batman movie? Actually, Corazon's act of burning down a hospital when doctors refused to treat Law was based on the scene from The Dark Knight where the Joker burned down a hospital. To be honest, I am not surprised. Who isn't a fan of the Batman trilogy? The antagonists of One Piece didn't have their own theme songs in the beginning. This changed with Caesar Clown, the first villain to ever have a specific piece of music connected to him. The title of his signature song is Master's Laughter. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, this theme was kind of spooky until we got to know about his goofy side. Since we are talking about antagonists, you people must have remembered Spandam. He is literally the most hated villain in One Piece. Spandam's mask is actually based on that of a professor wrestler named Mankind Team. I didn't know that Oda was into professional wrestling as well. Hey, while writing the script for this video, I noticed something that blew my mind away. Hear me out. All of the recruits for the Straw Hat crew follow a specific pattern before and after the Grand Line. First of all, Usopp and Franky were troublemakers of their respective islands. They had a few followers of their own and both of them specialized in long-range fighting. Zoro and Chopper were being viewed as monsters despite having a kind heart. Nami and Robin both betrayed the crew and left, but the reason behind that proved they are good people. The crew fights for them and takes them back. Sanji and Brook were both introduced with nice suits and a hot dish in hand. Sanji had hot soup while Brook had hot coffee. Is this really a cool detail, or am I just thinking too much? I don't know. But one thing I do know for sure is you are loving this video. Then why don't you subscribe? I hope you will. Anyways, you guys must have remembered these two girls from Franky's crew. They are Franky's sisters Mosu and Cuba. Anyone could tell by looking at them that they are twins. But the catch is that they are not. They have their birthdays on different dates. I'm sure you didn't know that Franky's hairstyle sure is funky, but did you guys know who cut hair of the Straw Hat crew? Yes, Oda has revealed that too. In SBS 99, we came to know that Sanji, Robin, and Usopp are the ones who give haircuts to the crew. Well, I'm surprised it's not Nami, knowing how fashionable she is. We earlier talked about how the Ohara incident was real, but did you guys know that Goldie Rogers' execution was also a real thing? Rogers' controversial execution was similar to that of infamous pirates Olivier Levasseur, who allegedly hid a treasure and left a cryptogram indicating its location while being publicly executed. Damn, there were badass pirates in real life too? Okay, so Roger might be based on a real pirate, but one real-life pirate crew picked up their Jolly Roger design straight from One Piece. See, a video exists of a ship bearing the Jolly Roger of Shanks from One Piece. This ship was claimed to be seen in the South China Sea near the coast of Somalia. These pirates must be pretending to be good pirates like the red-haired crew. We can't deny the fact that One Piece is full of emotional scenes and it made all of us caught onions at times. But when a fan asked Oda if there were any scenes in his own manga that made him cry, he claimed there were plenty. But he had to put his pen down for a moment to sketch the Alabasta scene where Vivi keeps yelling, "Please stop fighting." Well, I can't blame Oda. That scene was really emotional, and it made me cry too. There were other occasions when Oda had to put down his pen, but not because he was emotional. Actually, Oda hates drawing Franky Shogun because of the detailing. He claimed that even though he loves drawing robots, drawing them repeatedly isn't really his strong suit. And drawing Franky Shogun is a real pain. Now we can see why Franky Shogun has very limited scenes in the manga. Listen, we have already discussed how Robin would have been a man, but there is another Straw Hat that would have looked way more different from the current design. Tony Chopper's original design might have been a threat to society. Chopper was originally supposed to be a zebra-reindeer hybrid who smoked cigars. Besides that, there were two more draft designs that you can see on the screen. Speaking of Chopper, do you guys know that besides eating the human devil fruit and acquiring many human characteristics, he remained unattracted to people? Being a reindeer, he preferred females of his own species. Although he has broadened his interest to include reindeer minks, human women are still too much for him. Even though Oda didn't incorporate cheeky romance, he still sneaked in 12 kisses that most of us have forgotten. To see this, check the channel once.